Well, it's late July and corn prices are in the middle of a weather market. That's why it's critical that you continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage market movement. This week we'll highlight weather, crop conditions, and more. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Well, it's late July here, and this corn market is certainly volatile. Let's start out this week taking a look at the latest crop condition updates. Now, USDA came out here on Monday and estimated that 67% of the corn nationwide is good to excellent. Notice that's down a point from last week, and last year was 74%. If we look at individual states, probably want to highlight that Northern Plains, North Dakota and South Dakota, saw the largest declines. We had record-breaking heat up in that region last week. Let's take a look at the aggregate crop condition index now. It fractionally declined this week, but again, look at from this point forward. There have been years where that index has nudged higher, and there's been years where that index has gradually trended lower. That's why it's critical that you continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage price movement and avoid price prediction. Let's take a look at silking progress now. We're looking at 59% of the crop is silking here as we enter the last week of July. On average, silking increases approximately 33% from July 19th through August 2nd. So weather is going to remain critical for corn over the next month or so. With that in mind, let's take a look at the latest trends. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. We're starting out this week looking at some drier patterns moving across the eastern belt. This is starting Friday through Sunday of this week. Let's take a look at temperatures. Kind of a divergent trend in temperatures here. In the west, it's going to be hot. Again, starting Friday through Sunday of this week. As we move further east, though, it's much cooler. So really looking at quite a bit of divergence in the weather. Speaking of divergence, our final weather slide here, looking at the contrasting temperature forecast. The forecast on the left is for the European model temperatures the next 2 weeks. The forecast on the right, or your right, is the GFS model. There's quite a bit of difference. The GFS model is hotter in the west, but it's cooler in the east than what the European model is. So again, markets are moving quite a bit now. Let's take a look at total precip now over the next 2 weeks. Now, total precip over the next 2 weeks is a little bit sparse in some areas here, mostly drier than normal. Again, this can change though, and it's critical to recognize that this is just a forecast, and much can change depending on weather flows. Let's shift gears now to Brazil. Let's take a look at harvest progress in Brazil. The harvest is really starting to accelerate now in Brazil. It's approaching 50%. As we move into the last week of July here, and especially during August, Brazil is poised to export a very large crop. Now those exports as we move into fall are going to compete directly with U.S. supplies. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in December corn. Now December corn, as you tape here on Tuesday, has rebounded to about $4.75 a bushel. Now, there have been years here from late July into harvest where we've seen that market continue to firm, 2022, for example. And there's been a number of years here where we've seen the market falter from this point forward. Again, price is unpredictable. Manage price movement. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 309-664-2300. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an update. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.